Hello everyone and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon here on Touchy Up. I am Abigail.
And I'm Bethany.
And today Delora and Parfait are going to be putting dear, sweet, poor Princess Lucette to work.
How goodness works?
Oh yeah, and they talked about how Parfait takes people in and how she does it because she's good, excuse me.
It's not as if I accept freeloaders. All my porters help me run the Marchen and do errands.
The princess has never worked a day in her life. I doubt she'll be useful.
If karma can be useful, anyone can.
I have yet to see Karma do anything but useless.
Huh? Princess, you're more than welcome to stay if you're willing to help out.
It's the least you can do in exchange for a roof over your head and 3 meals a day. Oh, and shoes.
Do I even have a choice? I toss and turn in bed, unable to fall asleep. The mattress is hard and the sheets are itchy, nothing at all like the bed I had in the palace. What I would give for my old bed again, for any of the comforts of home. I miss my dolls. Oh, that's me. Lady Parfait! Lady Parfait! I sit up immediately. What is going on? I leave my room to investigate. Some of the other Marchen boarders, whilst Jarin and Garland are sitting on the... I'm just going to call it a couch. We're just going to call it a couch from here on out. Looking anxious. What's happening?
Sorry, did we wake you?
No, but the noises Garland was making would have woken the dead. Jarin and I found an injured man while we were doing our rounds. We brought him here. An injured man? Wait, what were you doing outside? It's almost 1 a.m.
Nothing you need to worry about.
Lady Parfait and Annis are tending to the man now. These people, will they just help anyone they find on the streets? What if this,
Yes.
what if this man is dangerous? Do you think the witches got to him?
It's possible. We'll have to find out when he wakes up.
Morning. The next day, Parfait reveals that the man only suffered minor head injuries. She says that she expects him to wake soon. I look at the tray of food in my hands. Annis has asked me to bring it up to the stranger's room while she finishes the rest of her cooking. I would never have been asked to do this in the palace.
Goodness! What's that poor tray done to you to deserve that look?
I can only imagine.
I just put a headphone user's warning at the beginning of all of these videos because you and I go into all ranges of voice.
Parfait, it's pretty good. It only makes sense that she's soft-spoken.
Yeah, no, I was talking about your outburst of laughter just there.
Okay.
It's not so much the softness, it's the loudness that gets people's ears in trouble.
Sorry, people.
I must say that it's odd to see the princess doing something nice for someone.
What do you want?
Oh, I just want to rub it in your face. I have something to ask the man that was brought in last night. Seeing as you're being good enough to deliver breakfast, I thought I'd just tag along with you.
If you're going, just bring this tray up yourself.
You're not in any position to delegate your duties to me, Miss Lucette. Come on, our guest must be famished.
Seeing no way out, I followed Delora to the spare room the man had been put in.
Yeah, I should probably read him. Come in. It's Rumfold, the man of the hour. Because back in episode 1, Esther picked this dirty guy out for us. No, he's actually really cool. So, anyways, I'll just keep trying to tell myself that.
I thought the man would have been old, but to my surprise, he looks young, probably in his early 20s. He seems lost in reverie as he stares at a small notebook.
Good morning. Good to see you're awake and breathing.
The man looks up at her when she speaks. The instant he sees us, his eyes widen. Why is he staring at us like that?
Am I dead? What? I'm in heaven. Or maybe you two are angels that have fallen out of it.
What?
I see. What can a humble gentleman like myself do for you lovely ladies?
Oh, he's a womanizer. Oh dear.
You could join me on this bed. He means sitting on it. It's very comfortable and there's plenty of room for the both of you. You can all just sit cross-legged and just, enjoy, just talk on the bed. It's not awkward. I'll follow your lead on this one, princess. Princess? Oh, of course, such a beautiful lady can only be princess. Look at the noble way you hold up the tray. What's funny, the line or the way I read it?
The way you read it. Throw the tray at him. Can I throw the tray at him?
I'm tempted to let you. Feisty as well. Oh, be still, my beating heart. Huh? You. Hang on. You. Perfect came too early. Now is your cue, Parfait.
Oh, he's awake.
Oh, another lovely lady has entered my chambers. I don't think fair can handle the perfection. I can't read it with a straight face. Esther, you picked this.
I'll make you watch.
Now both of us need to drink water. Okay, here we go. I think I know how Casanova here got those head injuries. Some lady decided she had enough of his rubbish and wanted to punish him.
Laura, patience. You may not even be in the right state of mind right now. He did take injuries to the head after all. The man finally stops to look just at me. He narrows his eyes and stares so hard I almost want to slap him. What?
You're familiar. But no, it's impossible. Aren't you the crown princess? What are you doing here? If he...
If he knows, then he is...
Well, he's definitely not a witch or a fairy. It can only mean one thing if he recognizes the ice princess.
Quit calling me that. What is your name, good sir?
I would answer any questions you ask of me,
Madame.
Madame, but the man looks down at the notebook in his hand. I don't remember. Amnesia?
Oh, sorry.
I know everything about Adeline, yet I don't know the first thing about myself. Except that I have the Rumpelstiltskin curse. Rumpelstiltskin curse.
Rumpelstiltskin, is that a fairy tale?
Yes, it is. I knew it! He's got the Fairytale Curse. Fairytale Curse?
Do you remember how to break it?
From what I remember, I need to somehow collect 3 memories and get them to appear in this journal as entries.
Journal.
He shows us the notebook he's been holding onto since we entered the room. My first memory is of waking up and holding this. I thought there would be information in here, but it's empty.
Another victim of the curse. You must be tired, Lucette. We'll leave your breakfast here, and we'll give you some time to yourself. We'll be outside if you need anything.
Anything else? I just clicked too fast.
Here's your dumb breakfast. Don't want to throw it in your face. Rumpelstiltskin. What is that fairy tale about? Delora does not do a good job of hiding her laughter.
Oh, man, I didn't even know she was trying to laugh.
She snores. Crossfoot hurts there. Mother burned the fairy tales in the palace before I got the chance to read all of them.
Fine. I'll keep it short. Once upon a time, there was a girl that was said to be able to spin straw into gold. The king found her and locked her up in a tower. He said he wouldn't let her out until she turned all of the straw in the room into gold. But the girl was just a regular human girl. She knew she would never be able to turn the straw into gold and feared that she would be locked up forever. That was when an odd little man appeared before her and offered to do the job for her if she gave him something in return. The girl gave him her necklace, and the man spent the rest of the night spinning the straw into gold. However, the girl wasn't released. The second night she was given more straw to spin, and the little man appeared once more. This time, she gave him her ring. On the third night, the king ordered her to spin the straw one last time, and if she did so, she would be released and made his queen. However, that night, the girl had nothing left to give the man, so they made an agreement. He would spin the straw into gold for her, so long as she gave him her first child.
I personally never understood why the girl would ever want to marry the king in the first place.
Hush, I'm trying to tell a story here. Years passed. The queen finally gave birth to her first child. That night, the odd little man returned and demanded his due, but the queen didn't want to give up her child. The man then said that he wouldn't take the child if the queen was able to guess his name in 3 days. The man's name was Rumpelstiltskin.
Did she guess?
Did she?
Did she guess it?
Oh yeah, the night before her time was officially up, the queen was drawn to the forest by the sound of a little voice. She saw the little man celebrating his upcoming victory, singing about how nobody had or ever would guess his real name, which was Rumpelstiltskin.
It does not sound particularly smart.
So agrees the general populace.
Sometimes I wonder how schools come up with such tall tales. Well, the Marchen is opening soon. I expect another busy day.
Especially busy for you, Lucette. You need to start coming up with good deeds. Oh, I'm stretched. The amnesiac Casanova was allowed to stay at the Marchen with the other boarders. Because he still seemed capable, Parfait set him to work as one of the Marchen servers. And his protests that he remain in bed fell on deaf ears. Parfait couldn't very well throw him out, not well knowing that he had nowhere to go.
I would be incapable of showing him such kindness given all the nonsense he spouts at us. The people that frequent the Marchen began to steadily ignore me altogether, like I do not exist. It is better than the stares and the hateful looks.
Rumple, you aren't here to flirt. But this lovely lady is unattended.
Dear Rumple, please, you're making me blush. Because the man couldn't remember his name, he fashioned one from his own purse. Rumple. I think it suits him.
I will never understand Parfait. This enormous waste of space is about as useful as karma. Speak of the devil. I've returned! Speak of the devil. Did you miss me?
Overall had left abruptly yesterday, saying that she had something very important to take care of. Waltz trails in after her now, carrying several boxes in his arms. Poor Waltz. Why am I carrying these?
Because you made me run an errand for you at the toy shop the other day. And because gentlemen carry things for ladies.
I'm going to drop them now.
Those boxes contain very important contents. Welcome home, Miss Karma. Nice to see you survived the trip once.
Thank you, Anna.
So, this is our new housemate. We have not had the opportunity to meet. I am...
My favorite part. You're all surprised when Rumple suddenly reaches out to grab Karma's hand.
My life before this moment has been a depressing monotrip. Now that you have entered my bleak existence, I see everything in beautiful, blazing color. And nothing shines more brightly, more vividly than you.
Don't seem impressed.
I am Rumple, my sweet. Let us talk of marriage. I stare at Karma, waiting for her to flirt back.
At the very least, I expect to wave Rumple away for being a fool. But she remains eerily silent.
Answer, my angel, I beg of you. Keep... Okay, hang on, that was Karma. Keep... Say the word, and it is done. Your filthy hands off of me. Ow!
Not again! Come on, click already.
I did click. I did kill it. Oh, okay, hang on. Let me go back and make... Yeah, not again. I would never be interested in the likes of you. She's so dumb.
Go on, Matt, give him a good beating, like the one you gave to me.
My queen, there's no need for violence. What did you call me? Sorry, headphone users. Please calm down. Rumple's still recovering.
What's going on? Karma is a man, doesn't take kindly to being flirted with or proposed to. She is a man.
But your voice, your face, your breath. Ow! That, that's what you're focusing on. Pervert. You deserve that. Worship all aspects of the female form, but my particular favorites have always been. Ow! He deserves it. Do yourself a favor and shut up.
I don't want to know, but why would he do this?
Don't look at me like that. I have my reasons.
Is it because of your curse?
Yes. I am undone. My heart is in pieces. You knew him for 10 minutes. For those that can hear the music of their heart, like I, it takes only a look to fall madly, irrationally in love. I must leave. My heart will need time to heal.
Oh dear. Yeah, Marchen attracts all sorts of stuff in it.
That one is entirely Parfat's fault. Alright. Nothing to see here. Back to work.
I'm still in shock from what I learned earlier. Karma, a man. It is not fair that he is beautiful, that he is so beautiful as a woman. If the female population of Angeli knew the truth, Karma would be hunted down for making the rest of us pale in comparison. And it's being good, I suppose, prepared a special lunch to welcome the new Marchen boarders. We have all been invited to the private dining room.
Excuse me, is Lady Parfat here?
Prince Rod, perfect timing. Please join us for lunch.
I only came to talk to you, Lady Parfat.
But I'm hungry and I have no wish to make you wait while I eat. Come, join us.
Please, Your Highness, I've made too much as usual. You must help us finish. Very well. A cursed prince, a cursed princess, and a cursed prince. What an eccentric collection of friends you have, Lady Parfat.
I wouldn't say they were eccentric necessarily.
You're the most eccentric one here, Rumple. Really now? I sit silently in my chair. I'm uncomfortable around so many people.
Even when Mother was alive, I had all my meals alone, since my parents were always too busy to sit down for meals with me. The meals with Ophelia and her children were also always awkward and silent. Somehow the atmosphere here is lively and friendly, even though I barely know anyone here.
Is something wrong?
Excuse me.
You've barely touched your food. Don't you like it? Delora said this was one of your favorites.
I'm not just used to eating with company.
I'm just not used to it.
Just not used to eating with company, that's all. They say that sharing a meal brings the family closer together. That was her voice.
Carolyn?
I apologize. Closer together, huh?
So, Have you made any progress on how to do those good deeds, princess?
There is no way I'm admitting that I do not even know how to complete one.
Oh, I forgot. You're not so good on the doing good front.
You are not very helpful.
Hey. Okay, yeah, that's supposed to be like that.
Why don't you ask someone to teach you how to be good? What? Well,
That's me.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's not something you hear every day.
As in, take some kind of lessons? If you're having so much trouble on your own, you should ask someone to give you some advice or teach you. It's as simple as that.
What is this I hear? The princess needs advice? Well then, she's unlike. I happen to give the most excellent advice, and believe me when I say I can teach almost anything.
Here.
The princess is indeed lucky, as I am available for teaching duties. No doubt I'd be the better choice, as I don't go about deceiving the world. Excuse me?
One-sided flirting to bitter enemies in all the span of a few hours.
The man broke my heart!
Anyway, I'd also be happy
Happy.
to help you in any way I can, princess. And I'm sure your stepbrother would be happy to help as well.
No. I don't think I would make the best teacher for this sort of thing. I only teach others how to fight.
Never mind the fact that Jaren herself still struggles to be good.
What? You're lucky, aren't you? So many people are willing to help you.
Why?
Why
are you all willing to help me? That's what we do at the Marchen. We help each other.
Lesson number 1, doing good means helping whenever one can.
Just let any of us know if you want our help. Trust no one but yourself. You need not care for anyone but yourself. This is what Mother in the last few years have taught me. I've always been alone, and it is easier that way, and yet these strangers, these people that I've only known for a few days, are so willing to help me when they will gain nothing in return. Is this the goodness I was meant to see, Father? How can I even begin to trust and care for others when I have forgotten how to do so? I am slowly beginning to understand what I must do.
Chapter 2, The Decision.
Ooh.
One of the shortest chapters.
I don't see why this is necessary.
Of course this is necessary, princess. You work to show you could be useful.
For the last half hour, Parfait and Delora have been debating what chores they want to give me. I cannot believe they are seriously going to make me work like a commoner.
No freeloaders at the Marchen, remember? You can't pull the princess card anymore now that you're a homeless peasant.
Being demoted to a homeless peasant is not my fault.
If you really think about it, it was kind of me to demote you.
Stop teasing her, Delora. Lucette has had a lot thrown at her already.
I'm only speaking the truth. Besides, working to live is the commoner's way of life. But at least it's rewarding. But if you do nothing, you get nothing. No food, no clothes, no bed. You are no longer a princess, Lucette. Life here at the Marchen is comfortable and you need to work for comfort. Remember that. What you do is your choice, princess.
I don't even have a choice.
No, not really, no.
Yeah. How about cooking duties?
No way she'd burn a salad.
She could be a receptionist.
Then we lose all of our customers.
That's probably true. I am right here, you know.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Do you have any useful skills at all?
As a princess, I had servants who did everything for me. They cleaned my room, helped me dress. How am I expected to possess skills for things I have never done? Aha! I have found the perfect job for our Cinderella. Ta-da! Lucette will be in charge of sweeping the Marchen floors. What?
Perfect! Even she should be able to do that. Good you, princess.
I refuse. But look, I even put a cute little ribbon on the broom just for you. It's your very own special broom.
Perfect, you're so cute.
The princess does not clean.
Hard-headed as ever. Don't worry, I have a fix for this.
Suddenly the broom flies into my hands and I am pulled helplessly along as the thing begins to sweep the floors. I try to pull my hands away, but they may as well be glued to the broom. They do not budge. What have you done?
You should be thanking me. I'm helping you with your duties.
Laura, isn't this a little too much?
Oh, nonsense. The princess has learned useful skills. Mr. Broom will teach her everything she needs to know. If the floor is dirty, Mr. Broom will come to life and start sweeping, and it will not stop until the floors are spotless.
What?
Come on, Parfait. We've got time for a cup of tea.
But
she'll be fine. A little sweeping never killed anyone.
You are dreadful.
Enjoy your time, Mr. Broom.
Wait.
This is Mr. Mop and Mrs. Bucket.
Did they really just leave? Hey, slow down. The broom begins to sweep faster. Despite my protest, I am still forced, like a puppet, to sweep the floors with grudging tendency. What's that word? Tendency? I don't know.
The flowers!
Yay!
Oh, it's got a little emoji.
I can barely get my breath out of that.
It's so happy. I'm making that a thumb down. Princess, Parfait sent me to check. Wow. How lovely! It's so clean. I can see my own reflection in the floorboards. I'm impressed.
Do not even think about stepping into this room with your dirty shoes.
Goodness, I didn't know princesses could be such terrifying creatures. Are you aware that the Marchen is opening soon? Yes, the floor isn't going to stay clean forever.
I
Then,
do not open the Marchen!
that kind of defeats the purpose. I do sympathize with you, Princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life.
What would you know about that?
More than you think.
What?
Oh, did I let that slip? It was my mistake.
Hermit just smiles at me, his eyes gleaming with playful mischief. He's definitely hiding something. My hands are red and sore from all the sweeping I have done today. I remember the salve Agnes offered me when I first woke up in my room. Surely that will help somewhat. I apply it to my hands and find, to my surprise, that it is very effective. Most of the redness quickly fades along with the pain. Is this what my life will be like if I do not break the curse? Forced to work day in and day out? I cannot let things stay as they are. I must act. I lie down to rest. Tiredness falls upon me like a heavy, suffocating blanket. I close my eyes and feel myself shift into the darkness of sleep.
Despite having slept for hours, I'm still tired when I wake. I glance back at my hands and remember the salve's effectiveness. Whatever Agnes gave me really works. I should ask her to make me more.
I feel like this is not the last time I will need it. I must act quickly. The sooner I break the curse, the better. The people who offered to help me are all here. Whom should I ask for help? Rumple. I suppose I can ask Rumple. Enough girls seem to like him, so he might have sound advice. I find Rumple in between his orders and pull him aside. He looks oddly relieved.
Oh, Princess, you've saved me.
Saved you?
From a hideous overload of work.
I'm pretty sure Rumple does less around here than me. At least I finished the work I had given. I'm like Rumple, who gets distracted by every single thing.
Dear Lucette, if you've ever called me here, then you must want to confess something to me.
What?
Perhaps you're confessing your undying love for me?
I sprawl at him across my arms. I came to ask you for advice, but perhaps I'll go ask someone else.
You came to ask my advice?
Rumple stares at me, clearly shocked. I guess it is something out of the... It is because out of all the people I would ask, he probably seems the least likely.
Then I will assist my sweet princess. What kind of advice are you looking for? Perhaps you'd like to learn how to make a man swoon or how to stroke the embers of the heart?
Is writing the only thing that is ever on his mind? I came because I want you to teach me about goodness.
Goodness, but my sweet, all of the advice that I just suggested would teach you just that.
Being romantic will not teach me how to be good. Rumple dramatically places his hand over his heart.
But being romantic is good. Don't you see the smiles on the lovely ladies' faces when I speak of them?
I can't imagine why they smile like that. Rumple's persistence is annoying.
To be romantic and loving, that is the highest grandeur of goodness. Show someone affection, and they will return it twofold.
I can only stare at Rumple as I wonder why I even decided to ask him.
Or you could just be kind. Everyone is kind in their own way, Princess. So, what do you say? Perhaps you would like to practice on me? I'm sure your smile would brighten up my week. No, I'm certain of it.
I have work.
Eternity.
Quickly turn and leave before Rumple can continue. If I have to be romantic to learn a good deed,
To earn.
to earn a good deed. I'd rather be cursed like this forever. I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. Oh dear.
Christopher!
Oh no.
He's so excited! Why can't we robot? Oh yeah, I know why. Never mind.
Ah!
My happy burp.
I never thought I'd see this.
I'd say it's more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride.
Any parfait, your orders have arrived. Where should I put them? At the back, please. Thank you. I glare at Garland as he begins to move. You! Huh? You are dirtying the floor! Sorry! Garland dashes across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible.
This was Dolores doing, wasn't it?
Is it obvious?
This has a witch having fun written all over it.
I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You are the worst.
Oh! Oh, the poor
You're just doing nothing but making my life miserable.
Lady Parfait, I must speak with you.
I look up at the witch that has just entered. She is regular at the Marchen, according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea here from time to time. She has mud on her shoes. Why? Oh.
Why is she glaring at me like that?
I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I have just cleaned the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will clean up after myself, all right. I'll clean up after myself right away.
Good.
The princess is something else. Never even seen a witch so frightened of someone before.
Yeah. The witch hurriedly cleaned up the tracks she'd made coming in before going to sleep with Parfait. Even though Parfait says that Delora in this witch is good, I do not trust her judgment. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. I put the broom back in its resting place before double checking my work. Now that I am done, I can continue to work on breaking my curse. Whom should I ask for help today? Ruffle! I find Ruffle taking a break at one of the tables. Surprisingly, he is by himself and not surrounded by the usual bustling, blushing ladies. You're not surrounded by a flock of ladies. You must have done something to offend them. Ruffle looks at me, this surprise appearing on his face.
Princess, you have come to mend my broken heart?
Excuse me?
I was speaking with a lady here only hours ago when she told me that she was betrothed to someone else.
That happened hours ago, and you are still sitting here?
Ruffle places his chin on the palm of his hand, looking very tired. In mourning, the heart is a fragile thing, Princess. Wouldn't you help heal my shattered heart?
Yep.
Sorry. I skipped your silence.
Ruffle stares at me when I do not answer.
That would count as a good deed, you know.
Something you would count as a good deed.
Doing things out of the kindness of your heart is a good deed, princess.
Kindness of my heart? Why would I want to help you when you've done nothing for me?
Kindness isn't a thing that needs to necessarily be returned, princess. Single instances of affection can make a heart lighter.
Why do they always go through the trouble of making his words sound so much fancier?
He must have a degree.
I will not help you mend your broken heart because that would be an act of stupidity, not kindness. Freckle's shoulders slump as he frowns.
Now my heart is even more fragmented.
You suffer from a broken heart every day. You are rejected.
Of course, because to pour your heart out to someone only to be rejected is a cruel fate, princess.
You probably deserve rejection, what with the way you flirt with everyone, so no, I am not going to help you deal with your own broken heart. I turn around and walk away. The acts Ruffle puts on are annoying. A month has passed and I have yet to complete even one good deed, not for any lack of trying though. I have been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and receive various answers. What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless.
I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts.
Or did I ask?
Bravery.
Loyalty.
You must be beautiful both on the inside and out.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick. We're gonna use this as a launching point for future saves.
Must I be all of those things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend it has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest and consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, thinking of all the possible ways I might be able to break my curse, but in the end my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? A dream?
Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong.
Yes, Mother.
You must not let false kindness deceive you. People will use niceties to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. But you can trust me, Lucette. I will never hurt you. I'll never lie to you. I am all you need. I love you, Lucette.
I love you too, Mother. Sounds like brainwashing.
Okay, so that might have been a little early for that save. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time.
I'm the only one having a difficult time. Have you tried pairing up with someone? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. 2 heads are better than 1, as they say.
It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Who is going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess?
She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it does not escape me that I am still disliked. Most of the boarders at the Marchen volunteered to help her, remember? And I haven't heard any of them retract their offers.
It's only a matter of time.
Stop it, Delora.
It's your choice.
It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is a nice suggestion. But pairing up with someone really helped me break my curse. What if they end up being an annoyance instead?
Princess? Excuse me, Princess?
What?
I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've just been staring at your tray and the customer's waiting for his order.
Of course.
Laura has been helping Annis today.
Door has
Has been helping Annis today.
The merchant is unexpectedly busy and they cannot keep up with all the customers.
Stop daydreaming, Lucia. Food doesn't deliver itself.
Tell me that.
Oh dear.
I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the Marchen. I have never seen the Marchen this busy. I roll onto my stomach and bury my face into my pillow. My arms and legs protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. Why don't you pair up with someone?
This might be a better place to save to be a launching point for possible other playthroughs. Okay.
Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. And options.
So again, we have Karma, Fritz, Waltz, Rumple, and Rod, and we're going with Rumple. The Flatter, Chapter 3. A very good place to end, don't you think?
Yes.
So, that is going to be it for this episode of Cinderella Phenomenon here on Touchy Up. Thank you so much for watching, and, I don't know, stay in touch.
Bye.
Bye!